How do you work, Bella Katrina, for those viewers out there who don't know how you work?
Actually, so I work with the archangels.
Mm-hmm.
Love the archangels. So I'm an angel therapy practitioner and intuitive, and I've studied Reiki as well. But I've been able to pick up clairaudient messages from a very young age, and actually, talking to dead people. I have to say it out loud. Sorry, I've never said it like that before. But I actually, can tune into people that have passed over, and I've always been able to do that once my grandma passed, and even I've had animals come in that have been really close bond. So it was like the love was connected, but then it changed in its, space or energy. So that really intrigued me. So I went into energy healing as well to understand a little bit more about protection and about energy and about entities and clearing and things like that you need to practice this spiritual stuff safely, because
and that's something you learn, and that's something both of us teach as well, psychic development and protection, and how we go through
it. Very important.
How do we develop it? Where's it coming from? Where's the energy coming from? How to recognize it? And you were talking to me earlier about your ears hurt when you were growing up, the overpowering of the listening to the spirit.
Specialist after specialist, and nothing happened. Like, there was no cure, there was no even diagnosis of anything. And then I was in, if I can say, Doreen Virtue's angel therapy practitioner course, and she said, if you've ever had that ringing in your ears, then you're primarily clairaudient, and you just ask the angels to turn that down. Now she does it. Because I had my adenoids out for that. An operation.
I had other ear problems too.
Know. Did you?
I did.
Very, very painful. So, if you do hear the ringing in your ears, just ask Archangel Michael, who's one that protects us, to just turn that down, please. I think that's a funny
If it's not a tinnitus, but there's two different types.
Oh,
but you do know, and we were talking about this with lovely Liz last week on the show. Hello, Liz, if you're watching. And she gets the yawn, and as you know, while we're teaching people, everyone will get something different, won't they? And they'll know, and then that's their connection. But do you find it's because they come through hard and fast to try and get that message through to you until you learn how to listen easier to them?
Yeah, I don't even know. It's the high sensitivity, so I'm an HSP as well, highly sensitive person, and that actually worked against me through, studying out in the corporate world and going through all those harsh energies and things like that. So I actually was forced in a way to learn how to ground and protect my energy and be present. And so then that allowed me then to do my psychic work. And I loved that ability to be able to open up. So when I do a specific reading, I call it a shabam.
Shabam.
And you get shabammed with me. So we a spiritual team, and as I said before, sometimes it's the loved ones who've passed over that bring you to me, because they're actually my marketing team. Which is, I never even really, thought it was real in a way, and now I think I have to own it. So this is why I'm giggling a bit, because I'm owning that. Tonight here with Annie, thank you. So yes, I talk to the other side, I talk to loved ones who've passed, and I also work closely with the archangels who specialise in all different things, which I find fascinating, and the ascended masters and the Reiki masters. So you can ask about health, money, love. I have the tarot here by Lucy Cavendish, which I'll be using tonight, and that is specific for any specific questions, because you can get even sometimes timing around something, or and I read the energy around it. So I just do a basic 7-card layout, and we can have a look at anything that you'd like to ask about. Love, romance,
it all comes through anyway, doesn't it?
Health and money. Money's a very spiritual thing, don't you forget. We've got to have it, haven't we?
Well, I used to be afraid of it too, and at the end of the day it doesn't really matter, because the more you get, the more you can give, the more you can share, the more you can help others as well.
Yeah.
I had a beautiful client, I used to be a hairdresser years ago, and she used to say, money was made round to go round.
Yes.
And that's really what it's all about, is sharing it. And
it's all energy, isn't it, at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So sometimes, you can't buy love.
That would be good if you
could. You can have a good go at it.
We can give love and share love, and that doesn't cost anything. And I think that's where it starts, doesn't it? Just being nice to someone is love as well.
But as a healer, sometimes you overgive, and I know that probably a lot of people tonight that are viewing in, it's like, you do get depleted in your energy, you do feel down, you do feel low, and sometimes you can take on other people's energy.
Definitely.
Or worries. And I used to take it on. I used to work in training nurses in dementia care. Can you imagine that?
Mm-hmm.
In dementia, I'm white lighting myself every day, and then calling in all the, So I would come home actually really flat, And I think I actually have to find something, and it was when I went to Body, Mind, Spirit and found the Reiki, it always felt better after actually getting some universal life force.
Yeah. And how to put that into ourselves as we go through life as well.
It's a nice tool to have, isn't it?
Yeah, and just meditation. People underestimate the power of breathing.
Oh yes, breath.
Mm.
I've been known for, if Simone, if you're watching the blood, it's a BDB I'm known for, because it's how I start my sessions, a big deep breath, everybody. So
big deep breath.
Yes, it is. Sometimes even people can receive intuitive guidance through the breath, because there's oxygen molecules in the the air that actually open up your intuitive and messages can come through like that. So sometimes if you feel blocked and like that, I used to never, but now I stop a lot of times through the day and just drop and stop what I'm doing, just take a big deep breath and reset. And I think the yogis say we only have a number of breaths. That's why they breathe so slowly.
To do it deeply.
And then you get anxious. That's when your breath does fasten up, doesn't it? So it actually makes sense in a way, but I hope they're not being counted.
Well, I tell a lot of my clients just to stop and breathe. Stop and breathe before they enter a room. If they know it's going to be confrontational, stop and breathe before you do your next thing. Stop and breathe before you think and talk even sometimes. People just don't breathe enough. There's more. There's more.
Let's do one right now.
I was doing that last week on the show. Yeah, last week on the show I sat there and I was doing my meditation before we zoomed in, and it's just to breathe that energy in, and it's breathing in the positive as well. Is that? Well, that's what Dharma and all that is. It's just the breathing in, breathing out, accepting it all, which is really beautiful. And we can all help share each other with that and remind each other of that.
Because that's when you get an imbalance. When you're you give too much and you don't receive. So it's really nice. Like when I was trained in Reiki, it was like the first time I heard you have to look after yourself first, and I thought, oh, I have to. So then it's going to be okay. I can't,
if we don't
sacrifice myself now. It's like, okay, so I have to make that a priority, and that really helped me in protection, not being drained, not being dumped on, and actually having vibrant energy instead of being put out. So it's changed my life doing that.
How do you teach it? Because we all teach, both of us teach, have our psychic development workshops and healing workshops. How do you teach someone that's learning, perhaps, that's out there, that's got a psychic gift or an ability, or they're just general carers? How do they find the difference between switching off without care, like still caring, but still finding the point where they switch off, so they're not carrying all those troubles as well, that it's going to affect them, but still care?
See, that's where it's sort of hard. That's why I use Reiki as that tool. That's the tool that it is sort of for me. So I train and teach clients how to actually go into the energy field and to connect on the other side, open up their clairs. Because I was even saying to a client the other night, last night, Janice, watching, thanks for tuning in, that a lot of people, like we all have our clairvoyance or clairsentient or claircognizance, like they're the clairs, or the clairaudience as me.
Which are different ways that we connect, for those that don't know.
Yeah, they're your clairs, your clear seeing, whatever, so that's your intuitive. They say it's like 4 cylinders of the car. So one will fire up sort of first, and then, that's your primary clair. Then you have another one, it will back it up. But I found with the attunements and doing the Reiki sessions and the healing that it actually does all 4 start firing all of a sudden. So there's a bit of a power shift, and then people are actually having breakthroughs now. It's been, a lot of work and going through, because we do karma releasing and we do, past life therapy only once. I don't want to hang in there in your past life. But sometimes it is needed to, take it, the bad obstacle or whatever, and to take the fear away and to actually move forward. So the shifts have been incredible, and then actually you learn to own your own, when it's all, your guidance is firing on 4 cylinders, it's hard to ignore it. And that's what I found. Like I was doing 1 or 2 sentient audience, and then when I did the Reiki, I actually found that the 4 were going. So it's like if you're doing a reading for somebody, it helped my confidence, because it was like if they're going, I don't know, where it used to always just sort of shut down, and I thought, no, all 4 cylinders are going. Like I hear, see, think and know that this is what's happening.
You were listening to it finally. That's the difference.
But it's hard to trust. So that's what I find with, once you've got it and you understand and it's loud. So that's a hard one, Annie. But once, then it's sort of it's easier to follow it, but then you know that that's what your stuff is and what somebody else's is,
Yeah.
which I found really valuable.
And like you said, to get that trust, you've got to keep doing it. You've got to have the help of someone like yourself that teaches that how it all works.
Yes.
And trusting in that as well. And the only way you get trust is to do it. But are you nearly ready for a reading? We actually do.
Do we have a
some texts.
reading? Oh,
We've got a few texts that have been
exciting.
waiting.
Yes, I'd
so
love
now
to.
that
Thank
we know
you,
a little
Annie.
bit more, so we won't be doing the Reiki tonight, but the healing is a reading anyway. And this is from Kirsty and her date of birth. Thank you, Kirsty. 27th of the 11th, 81. Can you tell me if my ex James, 20th of the 12th, 1983, will get back together again?
Hello, Kirsty. I don't actually need, I just need the name, so I'm just going to tune into James. James is a very sensitive being. It's a bit confused at the moment, but if we're going to get back together again, listen, this could go on and on and on. Could be, I'm going to do a reading for you, Christy, so let's just have a quick look at the cards. I'm going to put them up here. See, this is, it's like they're saying he could do it again. So there's been, you know, you need to take time out to heal, I think, because these are Lucy Cavendish's cards. It's like past, present, future. So this is Christy right now. So we can see that she's actually upset, hurting. It's unfulfilled expectations because you did think it was going to be better. However, he can flip around and come back in. He's having money problems, as they say here. And this is the new moon, darling. We don't want you to see you upset. We want you to be happy and to actually let that grief go, because here's the new moon. It's like, yes, he can come back in and then the same thing can happen again. So it's like a pattern in your relationship. So it's really up to you to decide what it is that you want, and how, you know, it's like you need to actually express how your needs and what you're looking for, not just what James wants. Is it James?
Partner. That's right.
Yeah. Oh, partner. Sorry, I don't know where I got that from. Got his name. So, sorry that you're feeling so hurt and upset. But just know that if you don't make any changes around that, it's like, yes, you can get back together again, but still you could be upset again.
Yeah.
Because he's got a pattern and he's not really ready to commit. Because he doesn't know how to spell it. Spell commitment. No, I'm tuning into him. He's just not ready for that. You know?
Yeah.
But he may be available again
It's
by the
hard,
next
isn't it?
moon.
It is. It's really hard. It's like we can't tell them exactly what they want to hear sometimes, but that's what we have a reading for. And if you are aimed with what's going to happen or what's coming up, you can have a little bit more of a feeling
But
like
she's
you're in
very
control.
sad at the moment. So,
Yeah.
you know, just
It's
let your
hard.
own grief come up, write everything down that you're feeling, get it out on paper and actually release it. But don't send any nasty emails. Apparently you write them to
That's-
yourself.
That's good advice.
Don't you?
Isn't it? That's good advice.
Write to
Yeah.
myself, yeah. So
Yeah.
just let it heal. They're saying another 2 weeks and he'll be knocking back at the door. No problem. Thank you very much for your text message, Christy. I hope you enjoyed that reading.
It is really
And I hope
hard,
it
isn't it?
felt.
Because your heart goes out, and there's not much we can do. So thank you.
Oh no,
thank you
that's
for that,
grief.
Bella Katrina.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
a hard one.
It is, but you gave us some beautiful advice, so thank you. And this
you.
one's for Lana.
Oh, yeah.
1st of the 7th, 77. Future reader in my area. I can't see it through the
Of
camera. but-
love and career.
Thank you.
So what's coming up for Lana? Shall we just have a
Thank
little
you.
quick snapshot? I'm doing
Beautiful.
well with my snapshots. They don't want to go for hours. No. They're just showing me about there's a relationship that you have with your boss. So here, you've been at this new job, they're saying, so that's why you're asking about work. You've been here, they're showing me, for about a month. So here is another job coming in. So it looks like there's a pay rise or a, what's it called when you get a promotion. So it may be still in the same company because I see the same contract, but it looks like you need to really push yourself forward and step up, Lana, and push yourself out there and say, because the timing has not been right in the past, but it is actually right now. So here, this is you starting your new job, this is you having the courage and strength to put yourself forward, and this is the extra, it's like this may not be extra like financial. I mean, it is a promotion, but it's also a title they're showing me. But also, there's a few perks in this position. So it hasn't been the right time to go for it. But put your best suit on, get your CV done up, and actually apply for this top position in this company, because the decision here is being made soon, and they're actually, you're in the running. So here you are actually receiving the position. So go, girl. Love life. Well, it's up to you, isn't it? You haven't decided on him yet. I call it having one foot out in the cold. Do you know what I mean?
That's being in your power.
Maybe decide, and if it doesn't feel right, can always change your mind. Do you love that?
I love that.
Apparently. Instead of staying in the indecision here, it's like, try it on. Just go all out, massive action. Yes, let's go forward. And then you'll know within 5 seconds, especially if you've got all cylinders going in your intuition. It's like even a gut thing, you know, you feel it in your gut when you say, you know, you go, and it's against your intuition.
Yes, but you still do it.
Just, yeah. But
even we do it. And we know the answer, we still do it.
It's a hard one, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, it sounds so simple, just follow it, but
Yeah.
it's like, it's awkward, because, you know, people have all their own agenda and different things, and, you know, being a people pleaser or a highly sensitive person or an empath, you actually enjoy seeing people happy.
And you want to make them happy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so sometimes you can do it at your own expense. So that's it for Lana. It all looks good. So just don't worry, darling, because your dreams are starting to come true. You've been wanting this for a while. So thank you very much for your text message.
That sounded pretty positive for Lana. It's just like, just go for it. And all we've got is the now. So making the most of the now, which is really important as well.
But you know, sometimes you hesitate. That's because her gut's been saying no. So it's time to push yourself forward now.
Trust that intuition again.
Yeah.
Which is our first step.
Maybe there was a change in management. Now they're open to listening.
That's the way it could always go, doesn't it?
Yes.
It's always different everywhere. So if you're watching, thank you very much. If you're watching on Facebook, if you want to get a better view and you'll actually be able to see the cards that we're placing down, switch over to celebritypsychics.com.au where you'll get a different view. Remember, our Facebook view is our fun behind-the-scenes view, which is great. And thank you all for sharing the reading and taking advantage of beautiful Bella Katrina while she's here. I love the way you read. It's just like straight through. And even though we have fun reading, we still do understand that it can be really heartbreaking as well, and we hope to be able to make a difference to you. Okay? So remember, if you want a text reading tonight while we're live, from wherever you are, this is the beauty of this show, that you could be anywhere in Australia and you might not be able to get to a psychic, and this is a beautiful platform.
This is your turn. This is your time.
Okay, so 19700 700, so SMS TV code word, so you know the SMS will come straight to us, and either myself, Annie Labrie, or Bella Katrina can read for you tonight. Don't forget, on the phones we have our beautiful international psychics and some beautiful Australian psychics.
How lucky are they tonight to have everyone?
It's just amazing. We've got the most amazing repertoire of readers that I've worked with many for a very, very long time, and I love them. I love their energy. I love what they do, and you'll get a beautiful reading from them. And that's on the phones on our 1300 755 468. I think we've got lovely Raoul, and he's going to be coming on to talk to us later. He's got a surprise to announce to us as well. Beautiful. And I think we might have Jen, and if Jen's on, she's one of our WA readers. So we've got readers all around Australia as well, and we'll learn about them and where they go. And remember to go to our website, keep in touch with celebritypsychics.com.au, and on our Facebook page. And that's where you can find us and where we work as well. Where do you work, Bella Katrina? If people need to get hold of you,
I'm international. I'm flying around everywhere. No, Skype takes me around the world.
Which it does.
I do a lot of work from home, and I do have a private practice I've been working in for 5 years in Manly. It's located in Manly. So yeah, but I mean, I do like 10-week programs and things like that, so people can travel all around the world and still have the program for 1 hour. It's just 1 hour of your life, I say, you know, to receive.
Yes.
And then I think, I have to do it first. I have to take Monday off.
We have to recharge. I recharge constantly.
And I think, yes, give it to yourself first. Because sometimes I think, how lucky am I to book myself in for a shabam. Anyway.
For a shabam. That's good. Us readers help each other. We do. And we'll talk a little bit more about your workshops as well, because you've got some beautiful flyers, and you can let people know if they're in your area as well. Do you do your healing workshops privately at Manly, is it? Or do you do it on Skype as well?
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah,
so they can join
work
in
either way,
as a live workshop.
From anywhere in the world.
I love this. I love this.
So exciting.
We've got another one. You're rocking tonight, so I'll let you do this one. It's for lovely Diane. Thank you all for sending the text in and taking advantage. This is Diane, 27th of the 2nd, 58. A general reading, please.
Diane, Hello. I think I know Diane. Spinning me out, Diane. So let's do a general reading. It's a cheat though, isn't it, if I know who it is?
No, it's not. She's taking
I
advantage
cheating?
of you the best way she can, and that's good.
Anyway, shout out hi to all the Dianes out there. A general reading, I love a general reading, and you can just like get the point across, because sometimes, you know, the angels, we all have a guardian angel with us. No one's ever alone. Everyone has one, which is a good thing to know. They actually, you know, can help. Sorry, just having a look here. Bring in guidance. Forgot what I was going to say now. Because I get distracted when I'm reading the cards. This is, so normally they bring in a specific message is what I'm trying to say. So normally they're like tap, 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 tap. Sometimes you feel like you're standing in a roundabout. I call it the Arc de Triomphe. I spend most of my days. And you go, you know, you're in indecision. You don't know which way to go. It's like, don't go anyway. And this is what we have here for Diane. There's been the suspense and waiting. So the Hanged Man card has come up. We've also got the Strength. So this is a basic tarot. It doesn't have the kings, queens like and
Yes, I know.
so won't playing. But there is some advice here, and the advice is to actually self-promote. How easy is that? So easy, isn't it? I'm like here going, well, I don't know what I do, but I'm asking you to do it. So there would be listing the 8 top things that you like about yourself, or you would ask other people to help you. What are your strengths, and what is it that you want to be doing on a daily basis? So maybe it's your work situation and there's tasks involved that are just not for you. So sometimes you can do 80% of what you love and then 20% of what you don't like, and that can wreck the 80% that you do want. So there's an 80-20% rule here. So I'll explain that some other time. But you're feeling quite caged in around your work situation. They're saying update your CV, get you know, a bit more confidence, and actually go for, well, I'd love to have a talk to you about that, because they're saying actually go for something in legal, or something in with there's a legality around it, or there's a constitution, like there's rules. Does that make sense? So it could be even the government. The government have rules. It could be a government organisation, but they're actually accessing overseas as well. So there's time to, it almost be like having an overseas holiday, leaving the job, having the holiday, coming back to the new job, but you're getting the job before you go, and then you've released that past in that lesson of power and control. There's a bit of a struggle going on there, but once that's done, then you can actually move on, get your holiday, come back refreshed, and take your next position. So that was general. Let's see how they wanted to talk about work. So her work's job's not right.
Sounds like you've got a bit under control though for her.
Well, yeah, she'll be updating her CV tonight, won't she? Good time to do it is tonight, because it's new moon, and that's why just the timing of even being invited in and everything. And I thought, oh, could I come and visit? Well, since I did it Thursday, I went, Thursday, the
Beautiful.
new moon. It was like, okay, meant to be there.
So what happens with a new moon and a new season that we're
Oh
starting?
yeah, it's spring too.
How good is that?
It's been so warm today, and I've been like really skipping around. It's almost like, ugh.
I went
People
from
don't like happy people.
I do that anyway. And
Well,
especially
where I live
Thursday.
anyway.
I walk around singing all the time.
Oh, like glad that they're
My
glad,
kids
probably
think they're
glad
in a
I can't
musical.
whistle. I can whistle. It'd be so much fun to live near. No, but the new moon is about bringing in the new, thinking about putting down goals. We write wishes. So you can do your new moon wishes. Jan Spiller is really big on all that, and you can actually go in. So you said Virgo.
Yeah, we're going into Virgo at the moment.
So when the new moon's in Virgo, it's wishing for, you know, to have good nutrition, to eat better, have good energy. Virgos are very grounded people, so that's like being present and, you know, buying that house.
Which you were talking about today, being in the present and
Oh,
grounding.
yes. Well, I flew here,
So,
didn't I?
Shoes are off, she's grounded. I've done my meditation down the mountains today, I'm grounded.
I'm in Peel.
Beautiful. We're ready
We're
to go. I've
Yes,
got,
darling,
I've got an
we're ready.
actual reading to do as
Oh,
well.
I'm so excited. Go, Annie. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what we do. We end up sharing, gives you a bit of a break as
Yes.
well. And yeah, beautiful. But I've got a beautiful announcement to make. Everyone has been really waiting for these. And I'm actually going to start using them before they're actually ready to go. So I've actually got my own deck ready to go. So if you keep in touch as we go through the show over the next few weeks, we'll get some more information on that. But I'm actually using what we call the proof deck at the moment, so they're not laminated ready to go, but the amazing energy. So we get a little bit of a first look preview at my cards tonight, which no one gets. So they're very special tonight, our viewers. And any of my friends that are watching will be going, no, they're waiting for their decks.
No, I can
which
feel
is
the
beautiful.
energy of them. Because
So we're ready to go. So Carla, you're the first one on Celebrity Psychics to get your reading done with my cards. So blessings, and this is for Carla, and it's 19th of the 5th, 74. And can I have a love reading, please? I'll do you a deal, Carla. You do one for me, I'll do one for you.
I'm just about to text you, Annie.
Okay, Carla, you do have a few little decisions to make as well. You've been through the ups and downs and the rounds and rounds and back to fronts, but you're ready for the real deal now, okay? And things are mirroring this time for you as well again. And I feel like with the decisions that you've got to make, you don't have to let go per se. You've just got to decide what you want to do as well. So I'm going to pull the cards of you as well. This is a younger man around you, but you're still thinking about which direction to take him in, okay? You're not doing for you, okay, Carla? You've got to put you first, and it's not about overpowering a relationship. It's about who am I, what do I want to achieve, okay? You know, if you just keep getting hurt, it's not going to work for you, okay? And I don't want you to think that all the things you've done in the past are mistakes. They're not. If you don't give it a challenge, how are you going to know, okay? So with the hurt and the heartache, just let it go. Embrace it for what it is. You know you don't want to go through that again, okay? That's you. You are emotional. It looks like you're still a Taurus, but you're not acting like one at the moment, okay? So because we've got the grounding and the working in the Virgo, which is the same thing for yourself, it's actually saying that you've got to be going back to your roots and back to your grounding of what you want to achieve in a relationship, okay? So when it comes to love, you want happiness, you want family, you want your family to be happy, your immediate children to be happy, you want everyone around you to be happy, so make it happen. You're fantastic around children, you know what you really want to achieve. You are getting stronger, that's great. I pulled out the Queen of Swords for your love, so you've changed from this to this, and that's just telling you that everything that I've just said, you already kind of know, and you've already kind of done, or you're about to do. I'm feeling December is going to be when you're going to tie the knots with your relationship and go, yep, that's where I'm at, and feel totally content with who you've chosen, what you're trying to achieve, okay? I am feeling a bit of a house shift with you as well, and not knowing what to do with finances around your house. So it'd be very interesting to do a deeper reading for you somewhere down the track, okay, Carla? I hope that makes sense. I know it will. Others might not make sense of it, but you'll definitely know what I was talking about. Blessings, love. Beautiful energy she's got.
Oh, that's lovely. You're a fast talker like me.
You can't help it with the readings.
You're waiting for the bell to ring, aren't you?
No. The energy's just pushing it all through, and I've just got to slow them down because they've got so much they want to say at times as well. So, and this one is for Sarah, for you, Bella.
Oh.
Can I have a reading with Bella on love and the rest of the year, please?
Oh, excellent. Hi, Sarah. Thanks so much. Let's have a little look. So you're a busy little bee, aren't you? So they're just saying straight away you need to find out what your priorities are. It's like setting your own goals tonight. So you'd write down my top 5 priorities for myself and for me. Might borrow that one when I get home. I haven't done that one myself.
So much, don't we?
Now they've got a flyaway. So here's your flyaway card, and I'm just going to still keep going. And that is what is that? The 9 of Wands. But it's got pause and observe. So pause for observation. So just her name again. Oh, it's gone, has it? Oh no, it's lots of heartache tonight. So they look very similar. So the reading was about love and no, the rest of the year. Sorry. So listen, it's time to just do nothing for a minute. You've got to let nature take its course. There has to be a time to let this heal. There's been a passing, so I do feel like somebody's on the other side. So I get a female from your father's side of the family, so it looks like your father, what do you say, paternal, do you say?
Sarah's father, paternal.
Paternal.
Her mother's maternal.
Her father's mother.
Mm-hmm.
So it's her paternal mother and grandmother.
That's right.
Oh,
you got it.
So exciting.
Sarah will
getting
understand.
it. She's with you, and she's going, she understands the heartache, because you don't just give a little bit, you give your whole heart over. And you've done it before, and this time around it's just like, oh, I don't know if I can do this again. It's just like, the sun's about to come out and shine, so don't give up just before the miracle occurs. There is some action that they're wanting you to take here. So just quickly, I'm going to put 3 cards down. So there would be a priority here of to not ever have that feeling of being controlled, or ever have that feeling of lack of power, of somebody putting you down, of feeling less than. That's a definite priority for you to not feel that, and to actually speak up about it if you do. Or, I was going to say, sorry, go and tell people that have done it, but no, we won't go and tell them, Control Alt Delete, or Cancel Clear Delete, it's a new thing. We're not going to go and tell them, we're going to write it down and release it from your physical body. So the good time to do that is around the full moon to release, and
now.
then the new moon is about the new, bringing the new. So that's where I do a fire ceremony.
Beautiful.
So I love
Have fun.
fire. But you can just drown it in water. Do you love it? Or you can bury it, or you can burn it, drown it, then bury it.
Do all of the above sometimes.
Depends what I'm like, all the fears. But you get the fear out, you ground it. It's like a ritual, but you're putting it into the earth plane. So you're getting it out of the ether, putting it onto the earth plane, and then releasing it. And you know who we release it to? Our ancestors. Isn't that funny? Like, I went to Bali and I thought, gosh, they talk to them all day. Have you been to Bali?
Yes.
So there, I was really, it was just an awesome experience for me, because how often we don't even know who our grandparents' names are, and you know, especially in Australia, probably more with the, you know, a different like ethnic background. That's what I love about them. They have the extended family and everything. But no, it's something that, you know, a lot of people don't know. Gone off now, so they've just going to wrap this reading up for Sarah.
Yes.
And just tell you that success is around the corner, and it looks like there is a guy coming in from overseas. Oh my gosh, if you get invited anywhere in the next 3 days, you have to go, no matter what it sounds. It might sound really bad. Get your little heels on and get out there. And it looks like that, you know, the reason that they're showing you to have this, I'm not going to have this put down feeling, or I'm not going to do this, is because you might have a choice of 2 men coming in. Don't you love that? So which one would I choose? You know, the answer to that is the one that makes you probably feel better about yourself. So, you know, it's all, this is happy days. So look at this, very exciting. I can bring it up. So this is the 9 of Cups in the tarot. So it's very exciting. It's happy. Get a pretty dress on and be the prettiest one at that, you know, wine tasting down at the RSL.
I'm going with that.
No, won't be that bad.
I was actually
But
getting
it
a
could
vision
be.
of the man as well. I was bouncing off your reading as we do.
Yes. So imagine having 2 to choose from. Who would you choose? That's why they do it.
Universe provides what you need, what lessons you
Oh,
need.
look, I can't wait.
You can't wait. She's joining as well.
Have 2 to choose from. Don't mind me. But if you're wanting to ask specifically about love, I do have the Romance Angel cards.
Yes, and I
Or
think
life purpose.
We can use those as we go through. I've got my
Yes.
crystals. We've got a few different modalities and tools that we bounce off, and we find
Yes.
works for different readers. And people say to me, "How does that work?" Well, as an artist, I can explain that really good. Sometimes you might find a beautiful scene, and you might go, "That would look lovely in a pastel or an oil paint or a watercolor." Same thing with the reading. It's like, no, you need the crystals. Your energy's out. Your chakras need doing. Tarot will
Just
explain
go for
this
it,
for you.
Annie.
And that's the way it all works. Yeah. And it's the same with you. How do you know which one to use? You just get guided. It really happens that way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You say, yep, that's what that person needs. That's the
It's
way
about
it goes.
trusting it. So, you know, it takes a bit of practice.
Well, after we've done it for 30 years, we get to know it all.
30.
I've been in the industry for such a long time. I think I've got my first deck of cards at 2021. And as a child like you, already knowing things, understanding things, and
Tell me.
before you know it, it takes over your career. And yes, a lot of people don't realise that it takes a long time to get to that level, and the trust is nothing after then. It's just we know what's coming through is right, and unfortunately
now I think, are you ready to be Shabert?
Do you really want to know?
Well done, good on you. Like, I honour my bookings because I think, well, they're ready. Because I'm very straight shooter, as you like.
Yeah,
and
straight.
that's how I think a lot of the personalities on the other side of your loved ones are still the same on the other
They
side.
are, and they make some funny jokes, don't they?
Yeah.
And I've had some clients sitting there just in tears because we're connecting to the other side, and then a silly thing will come through, and I'm laughing, and they're like, "What are you laughing at?" I'm like, "I'm sorry." He's laughing about some letterbox, rah rah rah, and then she goes, "Oh yeah, I have just fixed it. You did fix it before he passed away, and I've just fixed it." And they know, and they give you that confirmation straight away. You're talking about pets because I'm also an animal intuitive, and I had this lady come in for a reading, and bless her heart, she was just like, you know, your grandma's here, she's got a dog, and then you've also got this big black dog sitting here. No, she didn't have a black dog. I said, "Are you sure there's a black dog sitting here?" Next reading that came in, this Labrador was waiting for her.
Oh, wow.
It was just beautiful.
Annie.
It's like, we're always right. I'm like, there's a black dog here, I'm sorry. But yeah, she was beautiful and had a beautiful
Yeah.
message. So Bella Katrina, you're on fire tonight. Spirit's with you, really beautiful, and you're working lovely. And you've got another reading from Lisa, so I'll let you connect.
Lisa.
So hello Lisa, thank you. 13th of the 8th, 71. Hello to you all. I'm a first timer. Welcome, beautiful, and you've got gorgeous Bella. I am at the crossroads. When is my next step going to be shown to me?
Excellent. What a great question. Got goosebumps all over me. So I'm sorry to hear, but I think there's a male on the other side. I was going to say it's your father. It's not your father. So there's a male that's passed, and it feels like it's been a love interest or somebody very close to you. So you get the goosebumps, wouldn't you think? Just in future reference that, you know, I would like you to enjoy that feeling. Sorry, I get it all the time. I think, I wish I enjoyed it, but I don't. It's like that whoosh, yeah. So then when they step into your energy, but this man wants to know that. It's like I'm seeing soccer boots. So he does play sport, or he was into fitness, and he trained. So he might have coached a team, and he's very outgoing and very kamikaze pilot, is he? So maybe that's why. Anyway, he sends his love, and he's saying that he's always going to be with you, and that he'll never meet anyone like you again. I don't want to make you cry.
That's beautiful.
But that was just the first thing. And also, when that happens like that and all those goosebumps, it's like I feel like you can also connect to the other side. So you know he's with you. So it's your brother. Got it. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you lost him. So he's with you. He does not leave your side. He has passed over. It's very successful, but he's actually just like, I don't know whether he's your twin or it was only a year apart or something, but he's holding your hand. So let's have a look. Just run me by that question again.
Okay, she's at crossroads, and what's her next step?
What's her name?
I can't remember her name. Lisa.
Sorry.
Sorry.
That's all I need, because
with you.
your name, I like to know where you're from, but that's just me being a sticky pig, I think. But it's like a GPS navigation system in my head, maybe. So I like that. So I go, Lisa also is like the key to the. Was it Lisa?
Yes.
I thought you were going to say it. No, it's Sarah.
No, Lisa.
Lisa, it's like the key to the door, right? So I get the key and I can open it. Even if there's 100 Lisas, I'll still be able to tune into your actual vibration. So the crossroads here is the end. So it's not really a crossroads, it's an ending. So it does make sense that it's a crossroad, but the next step has not appeared yet. So it's very dark. It feels almost like stuck. We've got a card here that says cautious progress. So that looks like, you know, you've wanted the new to come in and then it didn't work because you pushed it, and very impatient. There's the divine timing, letting nature take its course, as I said before. So what they're asking you to do right now is nothing. This is like, if you do anything, it's going to blow up in your face. So it is like being in a minefield, if you can see those cards there, sitting in the middle of all those negative thoughts. So you're meant to be stuck as the universe will clear out that past. And the past is about also, they're showing me that even relationships, you know, have cost you finances, have cost you money. So it's the end of that. That's it. So this, sorry, there's a guy here, so on the other side, so this is, he's still saying, so this is recent. That's the crossroads, the ending. Okay. So they're saying after this, so just sit in it. It's like sitting in the fertilizer. And then you just sprout through a beautiful bulb that shoots out, right? So you've got to sit in it for a while, which are like, it's like not a nice place to be. But all you can do is eat, sleep, drink water, eat nice food, get out in the sun, because you're not sleeping very well. So it's just getting back to the basics and looking after yourself and finding out what it is true for you, because the next 8 weeks there's going to be 8 decisions. They're going to like bang, 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 bang. So here's your 8 decisions coming up, and this is the ending. So it's happening all at once, if that makes sense. But you can't push it. So you're regenerating, eating more balanced food here as well, and actually getting your immune system a bit more built up. Have you ever been like so excited to go on a holiday and you work really, really hard, and then you get on the holiday and you're sick?
Yes.
I haven't personally, but I hear about it all the time.
'Cause
And it's like that, isn't it? Yeah. So it's like you don't want to do that. You want to actually relax now, rebuild, regenerate, because there's a lovely time coming up where you're going to use a lot of energy. You're going to be out every day. There's going to be a lot of social activity, and you're actually going to be more enthusiasm is going to come back, and you're going to feel better than you've ever felt in a very long time. So just loving the fertilizer.
It's the same.
Have a chocolate.
It's the same
or
as the
movie.
hangman, isn't it? It's
Yeah, a
like
little bit,
basically like the
yes.
hangman. It's like it's waiting.
Yeah, don't
and
move.
while it's waiting, it's harvesting for the right moment. It's like, and that's the impatience. That's the impatience of life, and you want to do something. So what Bella Katrina's just given you is the time that it is going to happen, which gives you that patience to wait. And she's also told you
Really
what to
quick.
do in that time.
Yeah.
Which is just to relax as well. Looks like we're having a few technical issues, and if you can't connect via our website at the moment, we are still available through YouTube, but just search celebritypsychicslive.com.au again, or go through via our Facebook site and you can get our other view as well. So that'll all be coming up and running as well. Don't forget we can book readings through our live telephone reading, because for the 1300 755 468, and you can actually book a reading through there or talk to someone live as we speak, and that's 24/7. Okay, and don't forget we can actually book in and put in our scheduled times as well as readers, so sometimes you can actually know when you can book in to speak to some of us as well. So I love that connection. That
Yeah,
100
I
line.
was
It's beautiful.
thinking I'm there, so whenever I put in the schedule, they can actually book in. I
Yes,
was
because
thinking
Bella
about,
Katrina's new to our
yeah,
platform.
so have a
and
look tomorrow.
yeah,
even.
you're going to be logged in tomorrow.
Well, I hope so.
And if you schedule in the time, so normally that's how it works. They can call 1300 numbers and have a look at her scheduled times and book in to
Yeah, so you
have a
don't
reading
need
with
to-
her, or
to
just
be able
have
to
a-
connect longer.
Exactly. So, log into celebritypsychics.com.au as many times as you want through that 24-hour period. We're actually going to call Raoul now and connect with him, as you can hear the phone calling. Raoul's one of our beautiful readers. He's in Victoria, and we have him on the line now, and he's been on the line ready for a phone call as well to be taken. So we're just waiting to hear through from him. Have we got you on the phone, Raoul? Just coming through. So yeah, Raoul's one of our beautiful, he reads with angel cards. We spoke to him on one of our very first shows as well. He's in Victoria, and has the angels and the archangels, and he just does the most beautiful readings.
I love the
Yeah.
angels.
So we're just
Hi, Annie, and hi, Bella.
we have
Hi,
got you on.
can you see me?
Yes, of course he can see you. He watches while he's out there on the phones
Hi,
waiting.
Raoul.
Hello, how are you,
Kisses.
ladies?
How are you, beautiful Raoul?
Absolutely wonderful. Spring has sprang.
I saw you've been busy on the phones tonight for us, and you log on quite often during the time. And your PIN
Yes.
number is 4862. So anybody wanting a reading even after we've spoken to Raoul. And last time we spoke to you, you were telling us about how you work with your beautiful angels and guides. And since we've spoken to you, you've had a book published, haven't you?
Yes, I have. I'm extremely excited, and it has taken quite a few years to actually materialize into a book form. But it's actually called My Angel Connections.
Beautiful. And you can
And
see
it's a
that on our
set of,
screen. Yep. Sorry, Raoul.
No, it's okay. It's a set of 13 beautiful little stories, and showing my connection with my angels, but also getting the reader to connect themselves with their angels. And throughout the pages, they will not only read the stories, but they will have a chance to actually, through their dreams or intuitions, communicate and write in the book their own little stories as well.
Yeah, and the way that you've written your stories, I'm looking forward to having a read of it. When do I get my copy, Raoul?
Well, I'm trying to actually, we'll have a book launch in Melbourne, as you know, on the 17th of September.
Beautiful.
And I'm trying to organize one in Sydney. So while I'm in Sydney, I may pay you a quick visit there in the studio and deliver the copy.
Yes, and hopefully we'll have you in here reading as well on the lounge. That would be lovely, Raul.
That would be wonderful, not a problem at all. And thank you for the opportunity to actually talk about my gorgeous little book. And I know that people will love it as much as I do.
Yeah, and so they're beautiful little stories that you've had happen along the way, or are they messages for people along the way that you've been channeled through?
There were some of them that were actually stories of mine, and some others have been truly channeled by different angels and different archangels, and the things that they wanted to share through me with the reader. And it was a beautiful task, and it's just, you know that when you sit to write and it just flows through, you become just this vessel that the information is just flowing through and it's coming to the page. So that's actually the way that it actually happened. But it took a little time to actually find the right publisher to actually publish the book with. And White Light Publishing House has actually been amazing to me, and I'm forever grateful that my little book has actually taken form and it's truly out there. It's been distributed by 40,000 distributors worldwide. It's in all the platforms, and you just walk into a bookshop, and if they don't have it, you can ask them to purchase it for you, and they will deliver it.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you, Raul, and congratulations, because that's a really big effort to trust, and trust in that energy that's come through, trust in the wording that's come through, and trusting that it's going to touch many souls, I'm sure.
Yes, and also I just wanted to highlight, thank you so much. I just wanted to highlight that I did mention 13 little stories, and sometimes people have that connotation to the number 13. But to me, the number 13 truly signifies the female energy of ascended masters. And when I sat down to write the stories, that number 13 came quite clear. It needed to be 13. And to put that message of perhaps negativity around the number and to bring that message of love and positivity with a truly female energy.
Beautiful. You've really trusted, I just feel, with your guides and your angels with what to actually achieve out of this book, but you've probably got another one ready to go. You probably have a lot of information that you could have put down. It's hard just to put it all down in one book, isn't it?
It is, and funnily enough, as you mentioned, you probably got another in the works. I'm working with a dear friend of mine, an illustrator, and we're actually putting a book together about little angels. So we're talking to the small human beings, the small children, and demystifying the idea that angels are actually religious-based. They are non-denominational, and I would like little kids to be able to have that idea of playing with the imaginary angel and truly going outdoors and enjoying what Mother Nature has to offer through the magic of angels.
I think it's lovely, and I'm on the same page as you, Raul, where I've got my next I've got a couple of little children's decks coming out as well for the same reason, that, you know, that they need their guidance as well, just as much.
Yes. We've got this new generation coming through of indigo children, and they already bring that with them. It's us trying to learn to communicate at their level, because they're quite advanced.
Yeah, beautiful, and it's because some of the parents are open to it. So all you lovely viewers out there, keep an eye out for Raul's book, and you can find Raul via Celebrity Psychics. And what's your website, Raul?
Our lovely website is called crystalbluebutterfly.com.au altogether.
Beautiful. So if you follow that, crystalbluebutterflies.com.au, you can follow Raul, and you'll also be able to follow him through us on Celebrity Psychics as well on our Facebook page. And Raul logs on quite often to have a beautiful reading with Raul. He's a lovely, lovely reader, and I really look forward to when you can actually be on the show with us. Good luck with the book.
Thank you so much.
And hope to see you in Sydney.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, and lovely energy on the studio tonight with Bella and yourself.
Yeah, we're having a bit of fun here as well, and trying to help some beautiful souls. Lovely to talk to you. We'll let you go so you can take some more viewers' phone calls and help them. So you have a beautiful evening, and we'll chat to you very soon. Thank you, Raul.
Angel blessings to you both.
Angel
Bye-bye.
blessings.
Thank you, Raul.
Lovely, lovely energy. Beautiful angel reading. So if you wanted to connect with Raul tonight, don't forget 1300 755 468, and his PIN number I think was 4862. So you just ring that number 4862 when it prompts you to go to his number, and you'll get straight through to Raoul, okay? And he logs on quite regularly, so he's always on there. So we're always here for readings.
Excellent.
Now
Nice.
I've been talking. It's Bella Katrina's turn to do another beautiful reading
Oh,
with your lovely
excellent.
energy. And thank you everyone for tuning in and following us wherever you are. I love this technology. I love that we can reach you in a whole different platform, okay? So remember 19700 if you want to text, code word TV. Either myself, Annie, or Bella Katrina can do a reading for you tonight. And on the phones at home, we've got 1300 755 468. We've got Raoul available. We've got Jen might be online and available, and we've got other available readers all the time. So we're going to read out another one, and this is from Jelena, 22nd of the 2nd, 87. I hope I said that right. Hi, Celebrity Psychics. Hello. Can I have a general reading for the next few months from Bella Katrina?
Oh, look out. Hello.
I think you'd say Jelena.
Oh, yes. Let's say that, shall we?
Say that one. Okay.
And
next few
22,
months.
I've noticed on, I just said, oh, I don't really care about, think about birth dates, but 22 is a master number. So you're very clear in your thoughts, and when things don't go in the right direction, it can actually be quite a bother, you know, like spontaneity, fun like that. It's like wrecks the whole plan of the, you know, they're
Yeah.
showing you, yeah. So let's have a look. What's coming up for the next 3 months, is it? Is that what?
Next few months.
Do you want me to put some cards there? Next
Next few months.
few months, okay. Yep. So, Jelena. Good mother. Look at all this. Everyone's worried about work and money. It seems the theme
It's
of
a
the
theme tonight.
evening. Because I shuffled them twice. I'm sure. So, Jelena, a general reading for the next few months. Again, there's no self-expression in your job, but that's okay because you need to pay the rent sometimes, you know, that's what it's like. But you really haven't decided on what you want to do, like what is it that you want to contribute? What change do you want to see made, if that makes sense? So again, there's hope, but it's like looking at all your skills and your talents. So you'd write down your top 4 skills, your top 4 talents of what you enjoy doing and what you're really good at, so what you're the best at. So there's things that you really enjoy doing and there's things that you're really good at. You need to just list them down and then hand them over to the universe and ask for the position that comes in with a little bit more, it's not independence, you know, when they don't micromanage, what's that called? Freedom, but it's a little bit more, oh yeah, we'll say independence. But it just feels like your whole life you've been micromanaged, you know, from your mum, and there's a sister, and then, you know, so everybody's knowing everything you've done, so you've always done it, again, being a people pleaser to please others. So it looks like here's the restoration of faith and hope for you. And it's also showing me that, you know, you need to actually put some money aside for you, like start a little fund. It doesn't have to be too much money, but it can be like, you know, $20 a week, and it's just something that starts, and that can be your holiday, so that you always feel like, you know, imagine having that holiday money in the bank and you could just leave tomorrow and go on a holiday, or have 3 months of all your expenses in the bank, and you wouldn't get into that power of freedom and control issue at the workplace. So think, instead of do I have a better job, just ask the angels for the cash. You have a grandmother here with you on the other side and she's bringing it to you, so be very aware, be open, because it's hard to get things to you, so you shut down your channels. So if you thought, okay, there's your grandmother on the other side, who's on your mum's side of the family, by the way, she says hi, she loves you very much, she says, you know, you need those new shoes, so she's going to bring you in some money. It's unexpected help, and it comes left field because you're a really hard one to give to. So look forward to that. Get your self up to a different vibration, even though it's like fake it till you make it. It's like own having the money and put the plan on paper and everything, and then the energy of the money will come once it's got a nice place to come and stay. If that makes sense. So your future's much better than anything that's happened in the past. Woo! I love hearing that.
Sound of that.
Might tape to myself every morning. So that's a really nice thing to hear. So stop worrying about money, right? Because you always have enough money, but you're giving power to it at the moment, and it's shutting you down energetically. You're giving power over to the money. So just think, if I had all the money in the world, what would I really want to do with my day? Who do I want to interact with? Because really, at the end of the day, you've got health that you've got to look after, you've got money that you have to make, and love to share, and then there's an ability of full self-expression. And what I'm noticing here amongst these guys is most people around here, celebrity psychics, this is the ability to give us the full self-expression. So it's really unique and it's amazing. And look what Annie's got as the self-expression in art and channeling. Do you know what I mean? It's like even your artwork's healing. So having full self-expression can be a really, really valuable thing to start exploring. And if you don't have it, it's like, how do you know you don't have something that you don't know? It's like, it's a blind spot. It's like, how do you know you can feel better until you feel better? It's a really strange one. So just know that it is going to come, it is going to be better, and it's not going to have anything to do with monetary, if that makes sense. So there's going to be opportunities that you couldn't buy, and there's going to be invitations to travel and to go on the ocean on that boat. I mean, I like the ocean. Hello. Sorry, I just saw a big boat go past. So you're actually sailing, you might be actually going, you know, to the islands and having a good vacation. So you might win it. And you didn't even need any money, is the point that they're getting across here. So just know that you deserve it. Be open and willing to receive it, and stop the worry. Is that good? 2 weeks, it's all going to change anyway, and the invitation comes within the next 2 days.
There you go. I like it when you get that. 2 weeks.
So
2
it's
days.
nice when it's the darkest just before dawn, you know, like you give up hope and then something nice happens.
It's been the theme of the evening, hasn't it?
Like
It seems
nature,
to be
isn't
a lot of beautiful souls have had some
Isn't
tough
it weird
times,
the theme
and
comes in?
it happens that
Yeah.
way. But then don't forget, it's the first day of spring, and it's time to wash away the old and new beginnings, new ventures.
Thank goodness for
New
that.
butterflies. You'll notice I'm wearing a butterfly tonight. This is from Tess at
Yeah.
Incantations at Katoomba. Hi, Tess.
Oh,
But I'm wearing
nice.
butterflies tonight for spring. So it's not a patch. It's a butterfly. It's a butterfly. I don't need a patch. I just
transformative
need
patch.
love. Yes, and
Yeah.
butterflies are big with me. Yeah, it's the new beginning and transformation. And you'll notice with my death card on my tarot, it's actually a butterfly coming out of the cocoon. And
Really?
it's like, yep. And I suppose that's me, the Scorpio too, rising out of the ashes, and the Phoenix over and over
Scorpio.
and over and over, somewhere along the line. So that's the way we go. And amazing. It's just the way the world works, isn't it? And it's like, and this is what Bella Katrina has been doing with you tonight, you know, showing you that, okay, you're going to rise out of the ashes, you're going to go again, this is the next stage, and that's what some of you have been asking for, when the next stage is. It might not be exactly when you want it, but having a reading shows that it is coming.
I know.
And it gives you that clarity.
The reward of patience, apparently.
That's why it gives
More
us patience.
patience.
So we get to see, we know that there's a
I
light at the end
know.
of the tunnel. We just have to believe in it as well. And we were talking earlier about how they can book in for a reading with you as well. But you're on tomorrow.
Oh, that'll be exciting.
You're scheduled on from midday to
Yes,
midnight.
if I can organise the login midday.
We'll get the producers to
And we
help you
can
with that, push your
connect
first
live.
up, and you can actually start booking if you call the 1300 755 468, and you can book your reading as well. Okay, so that's how we work. So we can book in, and when the time's right, that we can actually get through. There's our PIN numbers on the screen there as we speak. So Bella Katrina, you do have a PIN number already.
Look at that.
4866, and my PIN number is 4853.
That's fantastic.
And we'll schedule a time there so you know when to actually get us and have a more in-depth reading.
So they could book that now. No.
If our schedules are up already, yes.
Oh no,
they can
I've
book
got to put
that
my
now.
schedule up.
Exactly.
As soon as my
So
schedule's
as soon as your schedule's up, it's up already, and yours is up already.
Yeah,
Okay, so
didn't
with
wanna
Bella
miss out.
Katrina, it's ready to go. So you could even start
Thank you.
calling tonight, and you could book in for tomorrow. Okay, so that's all ready to go.
Excellent.
Isn't that amazing?
That's exciting.
I love that. It's like now you know how she works, what you can provide for them, and how you just get straight to the point. Like me, actually, straight to the point.
I know, that's excellent.
Yeah, well. It's just what it is.
Well, that's what I mean about the
messages
personalities
come through.
sometimes on the other side are
We
really
can't
quite
help
direct.
it. What comes through, they come through. It's just we've just got to listen, and we've got to do it. And I've actually got a reading to do as well. So thank you all for joining us, and thank you again for taking advantage of us while we're on the lounge, having your reading done, and just your quick text, and it's enough to get you started with something that you need. If it's just a quick question, like I said, with the text reading we can get a little bit through and a lot more on the phones, okay? And I've had a lot of you actually call me later after the show or get in touch with me and give me that confirmation that you know you needed that help and that was perfect and you need a little bit more, which is beautiful. So thank you very much. Okay, and this is from Samantha, 16th of the 10th, 87. Hello Samantha. A reading regarding work. Samantha, before I do the work, I just have to do the crystals for you, simply for the fact that you're very indecisive at the moment, not just with work but with anything, and it's going to reflect on your work as well. So this is really your decision making time, okay? It's really not about the work, it's about you. I'm actually going to choose 3, but because Bella Katrina's here bouncing off my energy, I'm actually going to get her to choose 3 crystals as well, and I'll explain what I mean, okay?
It's a bag of crystals.
It is, and it's working with the chakras tonight for Samantha.
Oh, for Samantha. I'm joking.
You're choosing for
I'll have
Samantha.
to
Remember,
come
get your
back
angels
later.
in tune.
Oh,
Get your angels
how
in
many
tune
does she
too.
want?
Just 3, thank
Oh,
you.
3. What's nice?
And the reason I want Bella Katrina to is because she's got
Pink.
different angels coming through her, and I've got different ones coming through. So I'm going to get you a double whammy with what's going on and reconnect over here as well, okay? Like Samantha, okay, your head's a mess. It's cloudy. As far as work goes, you kind of know your skills, you know what you want to achieve. You're jumping in too far ahead too soon, so it's not time to do promotions and get forward with that as well. This is about you clearing away your old structures. It's very similar to what we've had earlier today, but listening to your angels, okay? Your mother has always been a really good guide for you, and this is her here with the Ametrine. It's basically saying she's taught you how to not worry what other people think. It's given you, you like being center of attention, but you also need to be aware of others around you, and you're great at that. You will go forward, you will do what you want, but you won't step on other people's toes, which is really, really beautiful, but you're sometimes a little bit too soft, okay? So it's just rebalancing what you want to achieve and how you want to get it. That's the main thing as well, okay? Now the reason I've pulled these out here is that you've just been trying to get yourself feeling better about yourself as a lady, as a person, how you look, how you dress, changing your dress code this year. You've been doing it slowly but surely, and no one's really been missing it as well. And I'm seeing heels with you. You normally wear little heels, you know, only a couple of inches, but you're ready to go the next level, doll. You know, even if it's for work, even if you go to work in your flat shoes and then change, if that's going to make you feel better, this is what this year is about for you, okay? Your birthday's very close. This is your power month, and this is where you're going to make your biggest decisions, okay? So the crystals are just bringing in where you're out with your chakra, okay? Which means your yellow chakra needs to be brought back into line, not worrying what people think. Your psychic ability up here is just a little bit all over the shop and you're not listening. So spend some time meditating. Before you go to sleep, I just want you to breathe and bring in some white light and just ask your angels to softly give you the answers, and you're going to know as soon as you wake up in the morning what you're meant to be doing, okay? And that's with work, love, everything, children, friends, and everything around you. You have lost a few friends along the way this year, and that's okay. It was a very cleansing year last year, Samantha, so don't worry about that. The true ones will stay around, okay? I know you asked for work, and it's only you know, we try and keep the readings quick, but I wanted to just get all that in for you as well. I'll still just pull 3 cards for work as well, okay, for you, which a little bit came through for you, love. This is not giving up, okay? If you can see that card there, it's the 5 of Swords. It's basically saying stop worrying, stop thinking, and when you do, things will come up. I don't know if you've actually gone for a promotion or you're thinking of that promotion like I mentioned before. I'll just see what's going on here. Okay, so you are just thinking, okay? You're not being bullied at work. You'll think you're being bullied at work. Stand up, stand your ground, tell them what you want, tell them what you're capable of. This is a new beginning, a new way of looking at it, all right? So I'm glad you've had your reading tonight, because this is just having to switch your thoughts, switching the way that you're looking at the whole situation about what you want to achieve, okay? You've got great skills behind you. You're doing too much admin work, but you need to at the moment because you're learning new skills as well. So you're just adding on to the skills that you already have, okay? And your last one for tonight is asking for guidance, which is what you've done. So you are listening to your intuition. I'm glad of that. You're asking Spirit tonight to ask for that guidance as well. This is also showing me, Samantha, somebody at work that is one of the bosses. Now, there's two there, okay? You know which one has got more pull and more leverage as to getting the decisions made. I'm getting an A like Aaron for a name, and then there's a Christopher around you. And the Christopher I was getting earlier on in one of the other readings, but it's for you, okay? You'll know who Christopher is, but I think he's a link to another job, okay? So when it's time, you will be moving on, all right? So you've got plenty of choices around you. Take your time, breathe, ask the angels in your sleep what to do as far as work commitments go, but then you need to find out the best thing for you, okay? So listen to your heart and what you really believe in, okay, Samantha? I hope that made sense. There was a lot there going on, and like I said, we can always catch up later on the phones for a more in-depth reading, which is always good as well.
Yes, I love the
Lots going
crystals.
on. The crystals will just bring up the chakra and the energy and where they're out of balance,
Yep.
and what needs to be looked at, as well as medical intuitive stuff as well. It always brings that through, as you know, which
Yep.
we pick up anyway, which is really beautiful. So thank you everyone for connecting tonight and allowing us to connect and help you in a different way as well. Okay. .com.au. You can always switch back to our reserve camera, we call it, but you just don't get the
And
the
where's
proper
that?
view.
The reserve one?
Just over here.
on YouTube?
On Facebook.
Facebook.
That's on our Facebook site, Celebrity
Wow, how exciting.
It
3
is.
streams.
So show us what you've got here, Bo
Oh,
Katrina.
well, I am really excited. It's taken 5 years to put together.
Good girl.
And it's an empowerment program that goes for 10 weeks. So I've been trialing it on my beautiful guinea pigs. No, they're not guinea pigs. I've had an amazing results through my clientele. And it's where you would like to... am I looking in there?
This is our Facebook site.
Hi.
So people
if you
may
like to
still
do
be-
Reiki, no, I'm only joking. I'm not going to yell at you. It's a self-empowerment program. So you get Reiki attunements. I call them empowerments now.
Good girl.
Because I like that word because it does empower people, you know, with confidence moving forward. So Reiki 1 does a grounding, and then Reiki 2 is really opens up your clairvoyance, your clairsentience, and actually allows you to tap into your psychic ability safely. So it's really exciting. And with that you also get you get therapy sessions with it. So that includes the karma releasing, past life therapy, the soul sessions, 6-pack and things like that. So it's like going through a 10 weeks of if you were wanting something to change in your life. You know, when you just like even what the readings that we've had, sometimes there's a pattern and it keeps going. If you want to break that pattern, this is a great way to do it because it keeps your energy grounded and present. And I remember having a reading myself once because I've always gone to psychics and really loved it every time. And she said to me, the most important thing for you with romance would be to be grounded and present. And I
Okay.
went, oh, so just have half a bottle of champagne instead of the whole bottle?
That would help.
Maybe. Anyway, so I was thinking, yes, I like that idea. But how do you get there? How do you get present?
And you need to
and
learn that.
grounded.
Exactly.
Yeah. So doing that and receiving on a regular basis actually worked for me. So it actually does help you stay there. And once you're grounded and present, then you can actually hear your intuition clearer, or it just happens more automatically. You know what I mean, by itself. So instead of having to think, do I or don't I, you're already sort of doing it. So that's when it clicks into that level, and that's where you really want to be because it does help you. You know, like happiness is really feeling good about yourself. So when you know you're on the right track and that other people are like, that's okay for them. So no one's good or bad or right or wrong. It's just like you find out what works for you. And then you think, okay, well, it works for me. So it's not really an argument. It's a sharing. So it's a change of, you know, so lots of times relationships will change or end. But what I found is that a lot of my clients going through, well, I don't know why, but it seems to be the workplace. Do you know what I mean? Oh, well, I know why. Because we spend so much time there. But I mean, I enjoy my job now, which is like a dream and a miracle, and it's unbelievable.
Our job as a vocation is our vacation.
Oh, I love it. But to think when I was in the corporate world, I remember my assistant came in one day and she said, you know, you're too good for this stuff, because it was all very heavy dementia and depression. you believe it? And everyone wanting to fly, it was very dark. And she said to me, what would you do if you could do anything you wanted to do? And I said, well, I'd probably just talk to the fairies and wear glitter all day. They
And
thought
you
I
do
was
that.
joking.
And we do.
And I thought, how are you going to get paid for that? So, it's a lovely exchange because, as you said in the beginning too, it's like I automatically, I'd always go, let's ask the cards or let's ask the angels, because I'd know that was a more clear, that rather than me just having a chit chat about it,
Something
So
a little bit more solid.
yeah, that's how it started with doing readings with
Beautiful.
friends.
That's how it does start. You've got to get that.
Yeah,
It's your calling. You can't get away from it.
I know, but
And
I used to write it down and then come back and review it 3 months later. How bad am I?
No, that's one way of learning.
But it
that
helps
was way
me
back then when
get
you were
confidence.
learning. Exactly.
Yeah. So
And
I
that's-
don't do that anymore.
You don't need to. You've been doing it too long now.
Now they can write on your Facebook page, can't they, darling?
They
yeah,
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but in the beginning, I was shocked about, the accuracy of it, and it took a while for that to sort of sink in.
It does. I mean, I've been reading, professionally now in the businesses and the shops and at New Moon and Castle Hill and Destiny and all those
Oh,
places
good on you, love.
for a long, long time. But yeah,
good.
when you very first start doing it for the public, it's completely different. And yeah, like you said, you start with friends and all that, and 20 years later, you're still going. 30
don't
years
know
later,
about
you're
20
still
years.
going. Mine's getting close to 30 years
Oh,
now,
wow.
working in the industry.
What,
yeah.
full time?
Full time's probably getting close to 18. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
excellent.
It catches up. And
No,
you
that was
learn a
hard
lot
for
in
me
that
to do
time.
the shift from full time, corporate, because it was like I thought my next position was going to be working at Silverwater doing mental health first aid.
That would have been lovely too. Either way, we're helping. It doesn't matter what we
Bit
do.
too dark for the old Bella.
A bit too dark for the old Bella.
Now I look and I think how funny. I thought that was next, but they had something different in store.
Yeah, and Angel said
And I
this is
think,
what
oh,
you're
that's
doing. You're
better.
helping this way.
You
Either
have
way,
to be tough for that. I think.
Yeah.
A bit tougher.
There's I think everything's
I mean, just driving
How
there
would
to Silverwater every day would be like, imagine
just the
me.
traffic in Sydney.
Imagine me.
That's enough for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get very ungrounded in the car,
Yeah.
hence
But
I
you
bought
found
the,
your calling and you've listened to it.
the Black
And you've
Obsidian.
followed it. So that's what the self-empowerment's all about.
Sorry?
Self-empowering them.
Yes.
Yeah. And what's your other courses?
So if
as
you're in
well?
a job that you hated and you're with, just
Mhm.
broken up with somebody and it's not working and there's you want things to change and it's happening and it's the right time, I find that, it works really good. So
Yeah.
Soulmate Reiki I do too. Every single person I've actually attuned to Soulmate Reiki has
Beautiful.
found their soulmate.
Gorgeous.
Oh, don't you love hearing
And
those stories?
understanding, yeah.
No, I love hearing those stories. So then you go on to Reiki Mastership. So it's just the 3 levels of Reiki, but it's also with the specialised, like I've been working with in my private clinic for 5 years since I left corporate. So it's my experience of that, what works fast, what works really well. So you do a soul session 6-pack, and that's like going into, you access the Akashic records, for instance, do you know what I mean? And like go into that. I don't actually, I love having that if it's going to help move forward, but to go into that, it's not sort of my thing, to go into past lives and everything. But when it comes up in this sort of empowerment program, it's been really amazing, and you actually can see how it's all. So in my mind, it's like watching a movie, their past life, and I can see the interaction. Also, your soulmate is somebody who's come back from that life. So a lot of times it sort of connects with soulmates and past lives, and because a soulmate is somebody that you've actually met before. So sometimes you clear and ground and let go of that, do the attunement and upgrade, and everything changes automatically
I
outside.
think it's just getting that confidence, isn't it, and understanding. And if that's one way that works, then that could work for some people.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if you work inwardly, like I think, you want to go out there, you want to get it, and then I think, hang on,
Start within.
haven't done any hands on Reiki on yet. I haven't even had breakfast. It's like back to me.
Back to the
Do
start again.
internal work too, and that's what even Rahul was saying about the indigos, and it's easier to give than to receive. So yeah, it's been really, really exciting time where all those healers and empaths and people that give, I'm working with a lovely clientele, really, really powerful, like wise women, I call them, and men. And I do get a lot of men in my business too, like asking about business questions, and about who to trust and about where to place their money and how to move
we
forward.
get a lot of that, don't we? Now?
Yeah. I was surprised, but I
And
like
I
that.
learn a lot through that.
I
because
like that.
it's great because I actually learn a lot through that as well. So yeah, so your Wakey workshops, they're all coming up, and they can follow you on your Facebook to get to you.
Yes.
To follow you for those.
So you can do that from anywhere in the world.
Beautiful.
Ooh
So
la
on
la.
Skype. Beautiful. So
Yeah. And then I'd
people
like
might
to.
pick this
but
up on YouTube.
I personally like to meet people. That's what's lovely to be here with you, Annie.
it is. It's great, isn't
Great.
it? And then you
Then
get to
rather
meet
than,
Bella Katrina this
you know,
way.
have a location shot for me, because when everything goes online, you know, it's like I did probably 9 Skype readings the other day, and it was like, oh, can somebody come and visit? I have to go and knock on my neighbour's door, you know, to have a live interactive.
Oh, that's
and
beautiful.
I thought, oh, I do like that. So with these empowerment programs and that, there will be like retreats to meet, and that's for me. I think
That's more for you to share it as
You
well.
don't have to have the retreat; you get it all online.
I think we might still be a little bit offline with our YouTube situation there, so apologies there. But you can follow us through on our little Facebook thing, but we can
Oh.
still keep up with some readings. So we still have a couple of readings. So even though we've learned all about your beautiful courses, are you ready to do some more work
I'd
as
love
well and
to,
show you
yes.
all that beautiful information?
Yes.
Thank you for sharing that, because
I
a
know,
lot of
you're a
people
lovely
don't
listener.
understand what Reiki is all about anyway, and what the workshops do and how they can empower you.
Oh, it's just
So
been
it's
so
beautiful.
much fun.
It's
that,
great.
You know, to have something that you can offer. Like if I'd have had that, but I took 4 years to do what I offer in 10 weeks.
I do
Like,
the same.
bang.
It's like my tarot courses that we do. It's like I've got 20 years of learning in one book, and that's what you can get in my book. It's like everything that I teach in the workshops is all there in the book, nice and easy. And I wish someone had taught me that 20 years
it's
ago. I
nice,
had
isn't
to
it? We're
learn
packaging it and
It is.
better.
So we
but
still
some
got-
people take longer. I'm still sticking up for myself.
We're always
so
learning.
you can do it at any pace you like, right?
Yeah, and we're
So
always
I can't
learning.
exclude myself from the, you know, what I offer.
Still takes 20 years to learn anything, though.
Please.
At the end of the day,
It's pretty funny.
It does.
Yeah.
So we've got 3 or 4 minutes left, but we
3 or 4
can just
minutes?
fit in
That's a
a
whole
couple
reading.
more readings. Well, Bella Katrina, let's bring it on, because we've got one here from Deb. So thank you, Deb, and thank you everyone that's bared with us. Can't help the communication with satellite dishes and things that go on in our technology these days, but at least we've got our backup little phone thing on Facebook, which is great, and you can still hear us. And so Deb, if you are watching and you have switched over to our Facebook, this one's for you, love. So 28th of the 11th 62, and will I change jobs soon? Thank you.
Jobs. So then I'd go, so what is the name of your company? Because I like to get the name. But we're just going to go on Deb, aren't we? So Deb, it's just a bit like Groundhog Day, dear. Groundhog Day. Do you know what that means? That means every day's the same as the last. You've been there for too long. It's like, oh, might be like, you know, trying to get, I don't know, you get paid more money the longer you stay, you know. What's it called? Is it super? With a company?
Long service leave.
Long service leave, that's it. Thank you, Annie. So, with a job, it looks like there's a little bit of you being highly sensitive. So this is like your motto right now would be, I care less what other people think of me, which is really quite strange, isn't it? But it's all in, you can sometimes pick up energy of other people and turn it around on yourself. So you could walk past somebody or sit down with somebody, because you're an empath, who's very sad, right? So you might sit down and we walk off, and I go, wow, they were very sad, or Annie was very sad, but you would be like, like you would actually be sad. So this is what they're saying. It's like you're picking up other people's energy and you're actually experiencing the feeling, but it's not yours. So that's what we were talking about before. So there's internal politics there, and sometimes, you know, when two people are having an argument and then you walk in, they both turn on you. You got the gift for that, darling. So they love that, and they play on that, and they play it up. So it's actually time to 1 month, you're going to have something new offered to you. So get that jigsaw suit on and get ready for that interview, because it's on its way. And also they're saying wear red underwear. I don't know why. I thought I'd just share that with you, because, you know, you never know. You feel different when you
And the rest of Australia.
Oh yes, but no, it just there's something about it. I don't know why it gives you confidence. Wear that new outfit. I should say.
We have to listen to what Spirit's
Behave
coming through.
myself. But things
get
are
that all
going
the
to
time.
change. Don't worry, and it's going to get better. You need a company car, because that thing just needs a service all the time. And so look for a job that actually has what you need, and then look at self-expression, and they'll be lucky to have you.
Beautiful advice.
1 more month. Another new moon. By next new moon, you'll be in your new job, no worries.
Sounds great.
I know, sometimes you just need to know, oh yeah, that's going to happen.
Yeah, and then have faith in that as well. So thank you
Yes.
all for watching.
Thank you.
And thank you, Bella Katrina, for joining us and
Ellie.
giving everyone the opportunity to see how you beautifully work, just straight to the
Yes,
point,
thank
straight through.
you.
And you're going to be on the lines tomorrow as well, which is
Oh, I'm going to be
beautiful.
live.
You're going to be live,
Live
ready
on
to
the
rock and
phone.
roll. And don't forget that you can connect to book anytime on our 1300 number, so 1300 755 468. Keep on with our celebritypsychics.com.au site where you can log in and have readings at any time, okay? 24/7, we're there for you. Next Thursday night, we've got another beautiful guest coming on, and we've got a beautiful lineup of guest readers over the next few weeks. So every night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, remember to log in to us. Keep following us on Facebook, interact on Facebook, let us know how you're going, and get ready for next week where we'll do some more readings for you.
Thank
Beautiful.
you.
Thank you very much. Stay safe, make somebody happy, and namaste.
No, namaste.
Namaste
Thank you,
to
Ellie.
too. Thank you.